Bad parents. Good children. Author
Hart-hearted.
This story. Hard-hearted parent. On the evening of an autumn day, I was alone at home. As I was about to leave the house for my daily walk, the phone rang. I wanted to ignore it, close the door and leave. But thought for a moment, perhaps it is an important call. I went to the phone in the salon and picked up the receiver. I expected anything but the sobbing of a small child. In a kind and fatherly voice and a tone usually spoken to very small children, I said, "Little one, what happened? Why are you crying?" A small child said, crying, "My father and mother were fighting and yelling at each other." Then my mother said, "I'm leaving." My father said, "If you go, I'll go too." My mother left and my father also left. I said, "Where did you get this number?" He said, "I was scared, and I dialed some number. I wanted to talk to someone, so I wouldn't be scared." With tears in my eyes, I said, "Don't be afraid, my dear. You are not alone, I will talk to you, until your mom or dad comes home." While his crying grew louder, he said, "They will not come anymore." I said, "Don't be afraid, my dear. They will surely come. If they don't come, I will come to you so that you will not be alone." To distract him from loneliness, I asked, "What is your name?" He said, "Kami." I said, "What a beautiful name." I imagined that our conversation would not last long, since his parents could not bear to leave their little boy alone for a long time. But I couldn't believe that they were so thoughtless and heartless that our conversation would last almost 2 hours. Kami, by his own admission, was only 3 years old. I entertained him with all kinds of tricks. We practiced counting numbers from 1 to 20 together. I told him a nice, long children's story. I tried to pass the time by asking for the names of their father, mother, relatives, and close friends. Finally, after 2 hours, he panicked and said, "I'm scared, there's a noise at the door. What should I do if it is a thief?" I said, "Don't be afraid, my dear. Your mom or dad is back." I heard the sound of the door opening. Kami joyfully shouted, "Mom," and hung up the phone. In my mind, I imagined Kami running happily to her mother and she is hugging him. I thanked the merciful Lord that Kami had dialed my number among millions of phone numbers and I could comfort him. If he had called anyone else, he or she might not have had the time or patience to have a long conversation with a little child. If I had left the house a few seconds earlier or if Kami had dialed my number a few seconds later, I don't know what would have happened to that innocent child. Anyway, I hope that this bad and careless parent did not repeat this ugly and irresponsible act again.